Knock knock. Who's there? Two super hot chicks that are fucking psycho, and you're gonna regret letting us in. Knock Knock. It's a new movie by Eli Roth starring Keanu Reeves, Lorenza Izzo, and Ana de Armas. IMDb reads the plot as, when a devoted husband and father is left home alone for the weekend, two stranded young women unexpectedly knock at his door for help. What starts out as a kind gesture results in a dangerous seduction and a deadly game of cat and mouse. And that pretty much is what it is. I mean, there's basically this guy, the first 10 minutes or so of the movie, it basically shows him how happy he is, how good of a dad he is, how much him and his wife love each other. He really is a happy and successful guy.
Father's Day, Daddy!
Chocolate with sprinkles. Everybody packed? I love you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Then around Father's Day, his wife takes his kids to the beach while he has to stay home and do some work. It's a super rainy and stormy night. These girls show up at his house, and they are pretty fine. I mean, the actresses they chose are smoking hot.
Who's there? Yes?
We're so sorry to bother you, sir, but my phone got wet and she left hers at her house.
And it shows this middle-aged guy pretty realistically trying to save his marriage and not do anything too crazy, not be a creeper. He really is trying to help them and be a good guy. But they will not take no for an answer, and they slowly kind of hit on him a little more and more until it gets to the point that he just can't resist it.
Surprise!
I can't do this. I'm married. Happily.
Yes, you can. Hey, it's all a secret. Just relax and enjoy it.
But these aren't just any two girls that are looking for a one-night stand. They are psychopaths. And that's the only real problem I have with this movie, is that, to me, a scary movie is based in reality. Things like monsters and vampires and Jason and Freddy Krueger and stuff like that, they don't scare me because I know it's not real. What scares me are realistic serial killers or things that just feel like they could really happen, you know? And that's what the first half of this movie does so well, is that it seems built up in a very realistic way. But after these girls show their true nature, they are just so psycho and out there that it's just kind of unbelievable. There's no real motivation for doing why they do what they do. They go from being very realistically like needing help and being very seductive and sweet and kind of like, how can you say no to these girls, to the types of girls that are just like drawing makeup all over their face and laughing about everything. But that's not to say the acting is bad, because actually all of the actors in this movie I think are pretty good. I think Keanu Reeves gets too much unneeded shit about being a bad actor, but I'm sorry, I think he's a great actor. Something about Keanu Reeves, I've just always loved that guy. However, this movie would have benefited greatly if the two girls in this movie had more realistic motivation for doing what they're doing. If maybe they had a little bit more character development and it was almost one of those situations where you can kind of see where they're both coming from and seeing why they're doing what they're doing. But because it's an Eli Roth movie, they're just psycho and you're just supposed to accept that. I wouldn't classify this movie as a horror movie though. Everyone knows Eli Roth as the horror movie guy, but this movie is much more of a suspense. You're not going to be scared in this movie, but there are a bunch of times where you may be on the edge of your seat kind of thinking, man, what's this guy going to do? What would I do if I was in this situation?
Yeah, I'm trying to help you. I let you in. I was a good guy. I'm a good father.
But then the end of the movie, I feel that they left it a little bit too open. I feel like they should have added another 5 minutes to the movie and just kind of summed up a little bit more about what the results are of all the things that happen in this movie. I'll tell you one thing though. After watching this movie, if you ever get seduced by a woman again, you're going to be thinking twice, 3 times about what the consequences are going to be. So all you happily married men out there, do not be cheating on your woman, and this movie will explain to you why. In the end, guys, the acting is pretty good, the story is pretty original, but the ending and character development could have used some improvement. But this movie does have some rewatchability to it, and because of that, this movie is definitely a friends with benefits. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I do movie reviews every week. Please like and comment on what you thought of the movie after you see it. And stay tuned and watch my other movie reviews. If you can handle it, go.